at the book of Yehukanan. Please, kind sir. Woo! So that everybody trying to rip you off. I'll probably be in court for that in that week too. You know you the one playing it. You say you turned it on? I'm just kidding. We know we didn't come up there and do it. Let's see what happened. 3. Let's see what happened. 3 and 1. We'll see how this go. Yehukanan, they'll call it John. St. John. All right, let's see. How we doing, young lady? Doing all right? Good to see you. Are you the young lady right there? Did you bring her with you? How you doing, young lady? Doing all right, too? Good to see you. So y'all didn't come together? Okay. How you find her? You just drove by and stopped? Oh, that's all right. Our pastor was busy today. They let me come in. I'm going to operate for him. Have you ever seen our pastor before? It's a real good-looking fellow. He'll probably be in tomorrow later. I just come in, I work for him until he get him. He's got like curly hair and stuff like that. Not quite as... Hold on. What time your bus come? Exactly. Does anybody got a problem with our pastor? They got a problem with me. Now, what's your name, sweetie? What's your name? Who? Candace. Oh, okay. You married? Okay, who you got there with you, Candace? Oh, that's your son, Cameron. He real shiny. Look at that. Need a little lotion on his knee. That's all right, ain't it? Hey, now, Cameron, don't be scared. You at home, Cameron. Cameron said he's so crazy. He all right, Miss Winter. Good to have you come on by him. So do you live in Conyers? Okay. So you on road by him before? And you decided to stop in and see us. That's so beautiful. You'll come back and see us again. Are you familiar with the teaching? You saw the sign, the way of Yah. You heard that? You know about that name? Okay. Where do you usually go? Your mom asking. No, I'm saying, where do you visit anywhere else? Like, or you go to a regular? Nowhere? You ain't never been to a church or nowhere like that? No. You haven't? You ain't never been to church before?
Oh, I've been to church.
Oh, no, it's like, goodness. I'm like, that's a good thing. All right. So what do you usually attend? I'm just curious. Well, you're talking to my... You're all right. Don't put. Me too. I'm an introvert. Don't worry. You all right. Come on. You at home. You fine.
You asked what did I do?
You at home, Candace. Don't worry about it. Come on. So you got this thing. You're fine. You're fine. So you're interested in, you know about like Hebrew Israelites, people like that? Yeah. Well, we're not one of them, but we teach our people the truth about what we need to know, how we're supposed to operate. We kind of real laid back, relaxed. We're definitely glad to have you. I seen you. I didn't know if you was with this young lady right here. How you doing, young lady? Good to have you coming up. So you brought her? She's not with you?
No, she's not.
Well, it's just amazing. You think that was odd that two of y'all just walked in on the same pew? Ask her, how did she come here? Ask her, how did she find us? How do you find her? Ask her, Candace, Miss Lady. You too. Well, good to have you coming. You a tube too then. She come here, you too. How you doing? You a tube too. Good to have we all too. Good to have you come and be with us. I didn't want to acknowledge you. And Cameron too. I know a Cameron. He tried to steal my money though. Not yours, it's another Cameron. If you find any more Camerons, watch them. How you doing? How you find them? You gonna run right? You gotta watch them jokers, ain't we? Yeah. Look at it. This is Yehukanan. It's people use the term where they use the name St. John. Yehukanan. St. John as they'll call it, but it's actually Yehukanan. It means Yahuwah is gracious. 3 and 1. Listen to the book.
There was a Ish of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a Sharim of the Yahudim.
Yeah.
The
ruler,
same.
Not plural. Does it say rulers or ruler?
Ruler.
So that would be singular then, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it would be a shar. Mm-hmm.
The same came to Yahusha by Lela and said unto him,
What did he tell him?
Adoni,
What happened?
we know that thou art a Murai come from Alahym.
That's right. They're saying they know that he was a teacher, come from Alahym. Tell them why, son.
For no Ish can do these miracles that thou doest.
Except what happened?
Alahym be with him.
That's beautiful. Oh, what you got? Brandon, give me Aleph, your Ukanon. They're called 1 John. 4:1. Aleph, which they're called 1 John 4:1. Listen to the book.
Beloved, believe not every Ruach,
Y'all hear that? He just told us not to believe. This is what they'll call 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. He said, beloved.
believe not every Ruach,
See that? He told you don't believe every Ruach. But what do you want me to do?
but try the Ruach whether they are Alahym,
Listen.
because many false Nabi'im are going out into the Arats.
Uh-huh.
Hereby know ye the Ruach of Alahym.
Uh-huh.
Every Ruach that confesseth that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh
There is what?
is of Alahym.
What happened?
And every Ruach that confesseth not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of Alahym.
So what happened?
And this is that Ruach of anti-Mashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come.
See that? So now, are we just going to go what people say? Are we just going to go what people say? This ain't hard right here. Just for everybody just go along and just say that he done came in the flesh, isn't it? So now we're going to have to look at some things. Isn't that right? You know, people would typically say, you know, the book say you got to try, they would say the spirit by the spirit, right? But it doesn't actually say that, but really that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to test it against something. Isn't that right? That's it. You run through it. If you bring a necklace to a place that, not just a little pawn shop, that actually buy gold, they're going to try it. They're going to try it, which means they're going to test it. And they have a certain gold standard that will solidify whether or not you have something that's true or false. And they test it. It's got to reach a certain degree. It could be an acid test, other tests they'll put it through to try to see if it's some other type of metal that's trying to be passed out. Because there are other metals that can be similar to until certain tests prove it out. That's why it said with everyone that's confessing that he come in the flesh, this person's of Alahym, this would make sense then, wouldn't it? Right? Then there's some attribute that has to happen, right? Let's see that 10th chapter of the book of Romans. Romans. Ten and 13. We got to look at some tests. Listen to the book.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Adonai shall be saved.
Well, according to what we read in your Ukanon, he told us that everyone that confesses, everyone that confesses that he come in the flesh, he said is of Alahym. Can everybody in here, you have to say, can everyone in here confess that he came in the flesh? Okay, I'm just curious. But listen what he had. And he just said, for whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahuwah
shall be saved.
Who did it exempt? It didn't exempt nobody. It just said whosoever. It didn't say Yehud. It didn't say Yasharal. It didn't say Gentile. It just said whosoever. Right? It didn't exempt. But the exemption is going to start to come in. Because now what happens, now you start to qualify people. It's like the military. They'll say that they are taking people in. They'll say now recruiting. Who they exempting? Till you get in and take the test. We're first going to do an ASFAB test before we go anywhere. And get with that, then we'll do a physical. Then you'll start looking at contracts. And then you still going to have to go and you got to go to basic. So all this going to qualify for you going to actually say you met standard of a soldier. Isn't that right? But the sign up there tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Now recruiting. So anybody can come in and the test. Some people going to fire during the test. Some people not going to pass the physical. Some people not going to make it through basic. And some people even get court-martialed even later or just give up later and walk off. Y'all got it? Well, he just said, for whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahuwah shall be
saved. Anybody
calling Adonai shall be saved. But now we got some questions. Like what?
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? So
you just call them and you ain't believe nothing. You saved. This is what, and I oftentimes refer to this simply because I look at how, just how easy it is to make people kind of follow when people give up and they quit. Those people say, I did that, I prayed, I called on him, and I was told I was saved, and why I keep sinning? Because he asked you a question. How you going to call on him, and what was it again?
In whom they have not believed.
You see that? How you going to call on him in whom you have not believed? Listen what happened.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
See that? How they going to believe it? You hadn't even heard nothing. You hadn't even heard nothing. And listen what else going to happen.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
See that? It's that important that this stuff line up just like that. It's that important that it lines up just like that. And what is going to happen?
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
So you start disqualifying a lot of people. Who sent them? I mean, this get tight. You know, I just saved myself one day. I was just out just sitting on the water. It don't make sense. I ain't know nothing about it, Lord. Just come to me. None of this stuff makes sense. He's asking a lot of questions right here. He said, whosoever call upon him. I said, one day I just called on him. I don't know. I ain't even know no name. I just called on him. How you do that and you ain't believe nothing? How did you believe something you hadn't even heard? How did you hear without a Ruach or a teacher or a preacher? And how did they preach except they were sent? See, you starting to qualify people now. Got it? The invitation is open for everybody. But along the way, you start disqualifying people's testimony of people saying they saved. Y'all got it? It's that important that we start to look at things. Because now he told us something. Beloved, he told you don't believe. What was it? Man, how many of y'all, listen, I done heard some people talk before. Man, it make you second guess. When people talk, you saying, these people really believe what they saying. That's why he told you don't believe it. All what you're going to do is you're going to try it. What I'm going to test it against? I'm going to test it against a series of other people that have been qualified. See how you got to do it? You got to test it against another group of people that's been qualified. Let's see if that's 2 Corinthians. See if that's, I don't know, why am I thinking 8? Might be 10 and 10. 10 and 8 might be what I want. But see if it's 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and 10. So you get rusted, boy, it's rough. I used to get remember so well. Woo, to the line. See if that's 8 and 10. Listen to the book.
And herein I give my advice, for this is expedient for you who have begun before not only to do, but also to be forward a year ago.
2 Corinthians 10. You said 1 Corinthians 10? 2 and 10? No, I know you're wrong. No, I know it ain't 2 and 10. See if that's 2 Corinthians 10. About 8. I'm pretty sure. What are you thinking about, 2 Corinthians 2? What did you say? It's 10 and 12. Y'all know it. Yeah. You're right. Let me just hear what he was thinking about anyway. It ain't what I want, but I just want to see what Pastor John, because he used to be a preacher, and I don't ever want to fight no preacher. And I don't want, dude, y'all know what people say out here folks say that. I get called, you know what they tell me? I don't like preachers fighting. Do they do something to y'all when preachers fighting? So we want to see let's see what he said. Because something might have been revealed to him. I supposed to hold my peace. So what he called 2 Corinthians 2 and 10? 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. Let's see what he said. I said 10 and 10. We'll read down what I want. Let's see what that is. I'm just curious what it say. 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. Listen to the book.
But Alahym hath revealed them unto us by his Ruach. For the Ruach searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of Alahym. For what man knoweth the things of an Ish, save the Ruach of Ish which is in him?
Yeah.
Even so,
yeah,
the things of Alahym knoweth no Ish, but the Ruach of Alahym.
That's good. That's good. I mean, that's right, because it's in the book. That's exactly wrong of what I didn't want, though. I exactly didn't want it. Maybe I might pick it up and use it sometime, but not right now. I'm thinking 2 Corinthians chapter 10 at verse 10. I appreciate you. I was trying to see where he was at. Listen to the book.
For his letters, say they, are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak, and his speech contemptible. Let such an one think this, that, such as we are in debar by letters when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are present.
Yeah.
For we dare not make ourselves of the number, or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves.
Listen what happened.
But they, measuring themselves by themselves,
And what happened?
and comparing themselves among themselves,
Tell me what happened.
are not wise.
See what happened? Listen.
But we will not boast of things without our measure.
See that? Now, in the statement of what they're saying and what we look at, it's not, I wouldn't say it would be well, it wouldn't be a wise situation or a wise verification to use ourselves to say, I know they're not saved because I'm saved. We want to use, just like you said, we want to do it according to the rule. The rule for us already been set in 2 Timothy chapter 3 at verse 16. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. Listen to the book.
All scripture is given by inspiration of Alahym,
And what is it used for?
and is profitable for doctrine,
Not the preacher, not the deacon, not the ushers, not the choirs, or anything else we come up with. It's all scriptures given by the inspiration of Alahym, and it's profitable for doctrine, something to be taught. What else?
for reproof,
What else?
for correction,
What else?
for instruction in Sadiq,
For what happened?
that the Ish of Alahym may be perfect.
So did the man make himself perfect? The scripture. This is what everybody has used. So when we look at when we're going to try something, we're going to try to test it by the word. Isn't that right? By the debar. That's what we're going to use to test it, to see whether or not it's of Alahym or not. Y'all got it? Which means we're going to test it against prior things that we know to be true. Make sense? I don't know. Maybe not yet. We're going to test against prior things we know to be true. A lot of times we don't. We just kind of take things, and if we not, we can't say. Now, what he used in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 can be used now. Let's see, 1 Corinthians chapter 2 at verse 10. Is that what you call? Let's see. I told you I might use it later. I didn't want it then, though. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 at verse 10. Listen to the book.
But Alahym hath revealed them unto us by his Ruach.
Well, because he started talking about, I have not seen, ye have not heard, neither enter into the hearts of man the things Alahym had prepared for them that love him. He said, but he had revealed them unto us. And he told us, how did he do it? By his Ruach. Now he started to go through and start to give us some stipulations concerning other people, or start to give us some judgment call against other people, so you know how to separate. Listen to what he told us.
For the Ruach searcheth all things,
Yea.
the deep things of Alahym.
How do we find that? Who else told us about this same similar situation? Who? Michelle? Well, I mean, we've been time past. When the book told us how the 7 Ruachs of Alahym, they were sent forth to scan the whole of rocks. That's what they do. It searches all things, the deep things of Alahym. And it started to tell us about different informations or different information patterns. Listen what happened.
For what Ish knoweth the things of an Ish,
What happened?
save the Ruach of Ish which is in him.
So it's not, a lot of times we are fascinated with how much information people can spew from their mouth on natural situation. They'll know a whole lot of things about nature. When I say nature, just dealing with a natural course of things, or how things operate in the flesh. But he talks about what's on the inside of them that they can't explain. It's unexplainable to the natural man. He don't receive it. Isn't that right? Because these things are discerned by the Ruach. Y'all got it? Listen, a lot of things we have to start to consider. And we'll look at some things, just going back looking at this statement that Nicodemus made. He told him, when he told us there was a shark that came from the Yahudim, Nicodemus, who came by night, the same was a shark of the Yahudim, and he called the man and told him that he knew that he was a Moreh. He knew he was a Moreh. And he testified why he knew that. Simply because nobody can do the things you do except Alahym be with him. Which means he had to have information of prior works. He had that. What he didn't say, I know you're a teacher, because I'm a teacher. And teachers know each other. It's the backpacks we wear. No. He said, because nobody couldn't do what you're doing except Alahym be with him. So when we go back and we look at what Yehukanan told us here in his letter, he told us don't believe every Ruach. He told us to try it to see what it's got to be tested. Well, he was able to look and watch him and know you've been already untested you. Nobody could do what you do except Alahym be with him. I've been watching you. I didn't just come up with this by night. I came to you secretly, privately away, because I've been watching you. And I know the man's got to be with you. Y'all hear that? Makes sense? You know what we go with? I know because the hair on my hand starts standing up. You probably need to go get checked. You probably need to get checked. Probably got one of them ash flakes or something because I'm pushed it up the other way. That's not what we use to try to judge whether or not a person's an Alahym. He told us to test it. Try it and see whether or not. He let you know because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of dysfunction operations going on, and people are attaching it to Alahym. Y'all got me. He testified the work he did. He said you couldn't do it except Alahym be with you. Y'all all right? Okay. Let's see. What I got you holding? You still holding 1 Corinthians chapter 2. What verse we at? Verse 12?
Verse 12.
Hey, verse 12. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12. Listen to the book.
Now we have received not the Ruach of the Arats,
Why?
but the Ruach which is of Alahym.
So he testified to the one everybody got that. So everybody on the planet living got that Ruach. If you living, everybody, you talking about, man, you ain't got the spirit. Which one you talking about? Or the Ruach, you got to have it if you living. Everybody, he's talking about a different one. We're talking about a different. There's a Ruach that entered the man that caused him to take on what we call life. But we're talking about Kai, what we take on. Kai can testify to living man, or we're talking about an eternal man now. We're talking about being eternal. Y'all got it? Moving from the operation of being carnal. When this testament he's talking about, this testimony, it was people that transferred over from just the carnal dispensation. They hadn't physically transferred, but because of information, they understand operation now. Y'all got it? They understand the operation of how these things work. Listen.
But the Ruach which is of Alahym.
See that? Listen what happened.
That we might know the things that are freely given to us of Alahym.
So this man is talking about us taking on an adoption. If we've taken on that Ruach that comes from Alahym, which every man has, there's a Ruach that everybody has from Alahym that has them living. But we're talking about a different operation now. This is what we're talking about that makes the separation between the carnal man and a man that's of the Ruach control. The carnal man don't have no control. The carnal man is controlled by carnal operations. The man or the individual that takes on the Ruach that comes from Alahym after he's taken on the first operation of the flesh, this man is no longer controlled by the flesh. He can discipline himself. Y'all got me? He can keep himself. And the wicked one touches them not. That's the difference. You still operating because you done took on the first Ruach and you taking it to think that is salvation. That's why the life you have is going to leave. We're talking about taking on another operation. This is talking about becoming Ben. Becoming Ben, that's what we look at. The Ruach that he took on the Ruach that caused him to be a Ben. The one that can cry, Abba. Huh? That's a different operation now. Okay, listen.
Which things also we speak, not in the Dabarim, which Ish's wisdom teacheth.
But what happened?
But which the Ruach HaKadosh teacheth.
Doing what?
Comparing Ruach things with Ruach.
See that? We don't get them confused. A lot of times people get operations mixed up. And it'll happen. He will tell you that when they speaking, he can discern. And it takes something to be able to do that. We're talking about maturing. We're talking about transfer. And a lot of times we have. I said, there's nothing wrong with laughing and having fun. It's a different when you laugh, you're having fun, and you get outside of operation. You can't get outside of it. It's just like with military. Listen, you always got to stay on the mission. The mission for us to be saved. Along the way, yeah, we got to maintain a relationship, got some marriage, got some kids, got some grandkids, got some houses, got some cars, got some money, got broke, got in debt, ain't got no house. Living with somebody. But what's the mission? That's it. Be saved. That's what the mission is. We can't let this other stuff deter us from the mission. And see, it's a test of will. Which will you going to give into? Huh? When Yahushua sat down and he prayed that the Abba pull out, that the Abba take away this cup. What was it again he was asking? Not what now? Not who? But who will? Because he told you what he wanted to do. But so at that point, you know, he had to compare Ruach things with Ruach things. Because he told you what the carnal man to do. The carnal man ain't going to do it. Wouldn't make sense he'll do it. I'm not just finna sit here and just physically just let nobody kill me, not when I can stop it. But you got to understand, that's the physical man. See, when you talk about the other man that takes his discipline from Alahym, he said, now we receive the Ruach that comes from Alahym. So it's going to be a difference of when we move and how we operate. You got it? So you got to be able to take, when he gives you that correction, he gives you that order, then you take on that discipline. It don't matter what mindset you have. It don't matter how far you, like some of y'all, you'll get so far and something can't then call you back. You can't do that. Then you already know where you're at. I know where you're at. That's why I told me, don't believe every one of them. But try it. Test it out and see. Test it out and see. Y'all all right? A lot of times, you know what they'll do? A lot of times they'll judge me and they don't be knowing they judge me. They don't know they be outside what they be doing. Let me just show you. 22nd chapter. I saw some of y'all face before. I'm going to show you something though. This is just for GP. Acts of the Apostles. Sit at 22 and 1. Let me say that 22 and 1. Might be what I want. Might be 21. Let me see. Listen to the book.
Alahym, Aki, and Abba, hear ye my defense, which I make now unto you. And when they heard that he spake in the Abari tongue to them, they kept the more silence. And he saith, I am Ammon, a Ish, which am a Yehudi, born in Tarsus, a city in Cilicia.
See if it's 23 and 1. Listen to the book.
And Shaul, earnestly beholding the council, said,
Y'all heard what he said? He was dishonest?
Earnestly beholding the
serious
council,
state of mind. He was beholding the council. Tell him what happened.
said, Alahym and Aki,
Y'all hear what he had? He was telling everybody. He was telling the men and women. What happened?
and said, Alahym and Aki, I have lived in all Taub conscience before Alahym
How long?
until this Yom.
This man said, I've been right all the way up to this point right here. This is what happened.
And the Rosh Kohan, Ananias, commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth.
What happened?
Then said Shaul unto him, Alahym shall smite thee, thou whited wall, for sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law.
What happened?
And they that stood by said, Revilest thou Alahym Rosh Kohan?
What happened?
Then said Shaul, I wist not, Aki, that he was the Rosh Kohan.
Tell me why, son.
For it is written, Thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy arm.
See, a lot of times, I know someone judge me tonight. I watch your face, but you don't realize it's some stuff you shouldn't do. I set the rule over here, people. I tell people, it's certain things you shouldn't be saying. And you heard him say he was wrong for correcting. He realized, I didn't realize he was the Rosh Kohan. He even brought back and let him know, that is the law. So I'll slap you in your mouth. Because you know better. You know better. You need to be slapped in your mouth. Oh, I know. I watch some of y'all faces. It don't bother me with y'all faces. Y'all faces don't move me because I know you don't know no book. You know the carnal man. You know what you don't want to do and what you ain't going to obey. I don't pay y'all no attention. I do just like y'all do. I don't pay you attention, not even for an hour. See, y'all will get so comfortable, y'all got to pick and choose when y'all want to believe the book or not. Y'all all right? That's amazing. Even Rosh Kohan even told him to slap Yahushua in the mouth. Commander go right in and slap him in the mouth. That tight, ain't it? That book. That's book. why was you doing? You ain't done that. Everything prove itself out. Your mouth get twisted. You got to realize we got a law. But see, again, the carnal mind ain't going to receive it anyway. See, when you looking for something and you looking for a reason to get out of something or try to justify yourself, you always going to do that. But that man realized he had to sit there and take that, realize something. That man, when he ran his mouth and said contrary, they asked him something. So you just sat here and told him something, and you going to say you going to revile that man high Kohan. He said, you know what? I didn't even know that. Because it's so written in the book. You're not supposed to revile the ruler of your people. Y'all all right? That's the person that will marshal over you. That's what a Shah do. They marshal. Just like you have the marshals. The marshals come put your stuff out. You know, you get a bit, they'll send the marshal to come put your stuff out. They'll send the marshal to come and arrest you. That's what a Shah does. They marshal. When they rule, they marshal. Huh? We ain't got the, we just got marshal. That's tight, ain't it? I know. Now you think it too, ain't it? All you got to do is just let Alahym be Alahym. Anything in Alahym, it'll show itself. Everything ain't like him. Just give it time. It prove itself out. So you see, people think they in the law, know the law. They don't know no law. I just watch them. And they mind, they be thinking stuff be right. That's what he told you. It be seeming right to you. But the end thereof be the ways of death. That tight, ain't it? Some of you have to think about it again, huh? That's another time I just shot your doctrine in the foot, huh? And go find something else to do. Come on, better way ahead, y'all read. It's amazing. I don't know why I get so much slack. I can't even operate the law. They ain't going to let me. Where did Shaul got that from? He went back and quoted the law and told him about the law. I felt like you were saying you'll revile this high, you'll revile the high coin? There's a lot of stuff y'all doing. You don't realize your soul be on the line, though. Say that right quick at Alahym, chapter 13. 13 and 17. Matter of fact, make it 13:7. That's a lot of stuff y'all do. You just don't know it, though. They call it Hebrews. You know who bruised? Budweiser. A whole lot of people bruise. But Yahusha rules. This is 13:7. It is. I just give them a book. It is tight. I know. Man, these folks be sitting here thinking in their mind. And you know what, man? They be thinking, the Ruach be leading them to do stuff. I know it do. You been jumped in an arena. That ain't your arena. You mess around and get yourself killed. That's not your arena. You know what he said? Trying to tell you. Exactly. That's what did tell him. He said, hard, not harder. And I allowed it. He said, I don't exercise myself in great matters and things too high for me. Some stuff, it be too high for you. It be best you just sit back, let Alahym be Alahym. You be sitting there, I just know he want me to intercede right now. Okay. You jump on in there. You got to stand for that later. Listen to the book. This is 13:7. Listen to the book. Alahym.
Remember them which have the rule over you.
And then what happened? Why did we tell you that? So you don't mess around, you revile him. What did Shaul just tell him when he called him a white wall? So you know what he told you to do? You remember them that got the rule over you. You remember them that marshal over you now. Y'all remember that. He just told you to remember. Why are you going to tell you? Because you know something going to happen to you, you forget it. If the book told you to remember, what you think going to happen if you forget it? Oh, I just, you know, ain't nothing going to happen. It don't make sense to remember it. How old you got? Give me 2 and 1. Who know what I want? Alahym, 2 and 1. Let's see why we tell us to remember. Man, I was in school now. As dumb as I was, the teacher give us something, said, y'all going to need to remember that. You said, uh-oh, they're going to come up on the test. Some study, some tell you, y'all need to remember it. You need to know. You said, uh-oh, that means it's coming back up. Well, you know, it used to be bad. You to get one of them tests later on, like they had for the, we didn't have some, man, I'll come on, we had quarters. Everybody moved the stuff to semesters. What, it was 2 semesters? We had 3 quarters, 12-week quarter. And you would get that 6 week, they'll give you one of them 6-week tests. You be saying, That was, oh no, you said he covered. They be like, they asked something. They said, "How many of y'all remember we got?" You see people doing this stuff. You be like, you be trying to look like, I don't remember that. You be looking stupid. The rest of them paid attention. How many of y'all remember stuff like that? How many of y'all be them people you ain't remember that stuff? And you be looking around, you be glad when somebody say they don't remember. You be like, they ain't never giving that. All y'all be all of you like we be the dummies. And them people sit up here like, they remember it. You be like, goodness, look bad. You be need everybody say they don't remember it. That's what's gonna hurt us in the day of judgment. I don't remember. And there gonna be some people that be like, I remember. This is why he told you, listen what he told you in Alahym that they call Hebrews 2:1. Listen.
Therefore,
What we ought to do.
Give the more earnest heed.
And we talked about that art is expected and obligated. Therefore, we're obligated to get the more earnest, the most serious. See, when Shaul was looking, the book told you then, he gave the most serious state of mind. He was watching them people. You still get off. So I'm going to catch you. And you know how, and look how instantaneous you got, baby. He looked at, he just got slapped in his mouth. Man, that mouth went to flying. He looked at me, that's reaction. You don't slap me in my mouth, you white and wall, you going to be a smith. And she said, quick, they said, you revile Alahym HaKohan. You hear him say, right now, I don't give a F about no Kohan. I don't give a F about no synagogue. I don't give a F about nothing. I'm so far here now. He going to save me later. Devil, move over. Here I come. This is how far we go. See, listen, was he wrong? Yes, he was wrong. He wouldn't have just told you the law. Guess what he did as soon as they told him? He said, I ain't know. And then quoted back and said, it did. He said, I don't never remember reading that before. Who remember that? Who remember? I don't know. That man couldn't tell that lie. See, this is what people hurt. This is what hurt people. All scripture. They gave him scripture and let him know he realized that spark back his mind. That is book. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all. You come through here, yeah, you'll make mistakes. As quick as you get correction, you got to be mindful. You got to take it. You don't see what I had to go take him outside. Come over me, honey. I'm so hot. I just, well, hypothetically, you don't just hypothetically. Do you know, before we start, do you know what hypothetical is? That's something that's not real. Cause you know what I'm going to ask him to do? I'm going to ask him a hypothetical slap me in my mouth. If you slap me in my mouth, move over there. I don't care about no cigar. Well, hypothetically, you don't slap me on my mouth. Hypothetical. What is all this for? Sit down. Sit down. What in the world that joker said? Cam, what is you doing? He said, no, he's not making a little bit. He said, I just want to get right there and stop that too. No, you just stop there. I slap myself. Come on. Hypothetical. Huh? Come on now. Now, you don't tell me I'm rebel. Come on, you get up and tell me. You whited wall, you don't tell me I rebel here, HaKohan? I don't care about no white. You got to drag me out. Come here. I don't give a F about nothing. He don't hit me in my mouth. I tell you right now who I am. Nigga, come on, nigga. Now, what we start looking at is the different, now we're looking at the two operations of Ruach. Well, he said, now we receive not the Ruach of the Arats. The Ruach of the Arats got me where he got to drag me out. It's going to be a week or two for me to get this together. Let's be honest. Ruach of the Ruach. Some of I ain't going to never be right again. Ruach, you see the difference of Ruach that comes from Alahym, the one we're talking about now, which leads into eternal Kai, says, suck that up. The order is always the mission to be saved. I got to get out of my personal feelings right now so I can be saved. Personal feeling, why a lot of people ain't going to be saved. You know, let me tell you what kills a lot of people. Pet peeves. Pet peeves and personal hang-ups. It's some stuff I just get hung up on. I can't never get off of. Go ahead and try it. You know what's bad about that? Even your hoosh had to come down. And you got hang-ups. You know that tight. Even they coming like, listen, nobody better not touch me, MFs. No. They went and basalt. He got to come down. And you ain't going to believe it. That was personal too. Son, that was personal. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't let his personal hang-up get him outside of the stipulation of him obeying the law. That's what we trying to work to do. Now, what we're trying to do, we don't want to even get fooled by ourselves. When he said don't believe every Ruach, but you're going to have to test it. You have to test it against prior information. Not, well, I'm testing it. I'm saved. I'm saying that wrong. Now, is that going to be wise? But now, is that because I say ain't going to be wise? Why it ain't going to be wise? See what I'm saying? Now, see what I'm saying? We constantly keep, listen, years ago, test gold will get it and see if a magnet do it. These people start getting smart and finding other metals that'll do the same, have some of the same attribute or characteristics gold. Then they start looking at you stick it in battery. That's all we used to check for. You get them, man, it was on the street, they had a rope chain. You might they have right, man, you know, $50. Give them, you know, you be like, man, that thing sweet, $50. I just got that thing out of juice. $50, man, what you gonna do? Come on, listen, you gonna get it? Now, hear me, you be thinking, that thing finna go. I done bought one. Get that thing, then you tell folks to listen, stick it, you'll pop the cap on it and you stick in your battery. Now you know they got more battery where you can't pop the cap on them now. I think all these niggas working together. But years ago, this back in it, how many of y'all remember stuff like this? You used to pop the battery cap and you could stick that necklace in there and see if it changed, wipe it off. They started finding other metals that you can do that look like gold that could take the acid test. But see, this is what the devil been doing. Only reason that happened so you could understand how people could pass themselves off as being saved. Because once people start saying, you notice certain things, they start saying, you ain't saying you could pick them up to it. Some stuff you can look and say, I try to rip, that ain't gold. Guess what people start saying? I try to rip, you ain't saved. So people start learning to perfect their craft, so start getting a look. You know what I'm saying? People start getting a tongue, get stuff they be saying, you know what I'm supposed to say? Them people my hair or something right there. Cause they always be speaking in tongue. Because they start keeping it by everywhere they go. One on the coffee table, one on the pillow, one on the desk, one on the toilet, everywhere. God, they're spanking the stuff all on the wall. And Jesus, because they start looking, then you start saying, them people, see, but you know what? You start fooling people in certain tests. Because you start saying that stuff saved people do. But that's why he told us don't believe every Ruach. You're going to have to try it. So you can see what. Now, other ways you're going to test it is when issues come up. When issues come up, that's how you're going to test it. Now, what you got to be able to do, now, just like with Shaul, earnestly beholding the counsel, he was, and when he was commanded to be slapped on the mouth, he was right. But he let too much come out. And now he had to be chastened. While he was corrected, he realized he had tasted correct. That's when you look at, because you corrected don't mean you can't take none. This testing Ruach. Now there's an opportunity to say, now I got none of this here now. I ain't a whip behind the chief's apostle. I labor more than they all. This not going to be the right answer. That's beautiful in its proper time. But right now, it's not going to be a good time to use that. Because now other people looking at the law too. Now you got law issues that done came up. Now this is a problem. So now you got to look at now people get to watch him take this correction. You got to consider this man here don't allow his personal hang-ups or stuff to get in the way or his feelings to get in the way of the mission. How many of us, don't raise your hand or let our personal hang-ups and ideas get in the way of the mission? Our pet peeves get in the way of the mission. In a day, I don't think we're trying to do it be saved. There's a lot of stuff going to happen you ain't going to understand because you don't sit in leadership position. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Was it 4 games? 4 games this last championship? Who know what happened? That they lost. First game. Who else know what happened? Who else know what happened? Come on, man. What else? Punch what? LeBron punched somebody? They ain't win no games at home. See, these are key things. You start punting the issue, and that could probably have an effect on what happened. But see, all in there going to be hindsight. So you sitting back, you can judge it after it's happened. But coming in, it's hope of it's going to be a game 7 or they're going to win. You can always judge it after it's happened. It takes something when you're going through it to be able to have something, you don't have no control. So that's what happened when we had a dabarim, or when we're hearing it. We're trying to get something to keep us from where we get knocked out in the first inning or the first round. We're trying to get something to keep us in, and we're looking to be winners. But when you start operating at men, things come in, things happen. Some things came in, some things. Game 1, no doubt, affected the next 3 games. Because he's so pissed that personal hang-ups get in the way.
Right.
At that point, I don't even care no more. Because you forget the mission. That's what happened. It takes something to say, you know what? I ain't going to let game 1 affect game 2. Game 2 another day. Because right now the mission is too important. And that's what people don't know. Golden State got a lot of problems. They didn't let it get in the way of the mission. Other people tried. Commentator brought up stuff, started saying, listen, Durant not showing up. And you know, he notorious for not, which is a lie. But it can cause some infighting, especially if I ain't been doing my thing. I mean, why you talking about me? I mean, ain't like I ain't on. They're like, well, who you talking about? Like, me ain't. I ain't the media. I mean, listen what people. Now we start and we get out. You know what I'm gonna do? I tell you what, next game it's all you. I'm gonna I'm using a carnal situation to just show you how things can happen. You start to get things, you start to make things your feelings and get them emotional, and before you know it, you miss it. You'll miss. Listen, people that came through before us were able to go through and complete the mission. They ain't let their personal ideal emotions get in the way of salvation. Huh? People that refuse to be delivered. Who wouldn't want to be delivered? I'm sitting out here being choked. I'm saying, don't worry about it. Just let me go. That ain't even common sense. But that's because I don't have that other Ruach. This natural man does not want to die. And he's going to fight to do what he can to try to survive. And in so doing, a lot of times, I'm going to lose my life. That's what he said. He that seek to save his life, what he say he going to do? I put you in that situation because I want to see can you be obedient when I tell you, I put you in this situation for a reason. Now I want you to let it work. Natural man, it can't work like that. I ain't going to be a good test pilot. And it's going to be your demise. Y'all got me? A lot of times, certain things, listen, a lot of things, you know, I criticized a lot of leaderships before I got in them. And on some parts, yes, correct. But pretty much all of them, really. But when you get in the situation, you can understand things a little differently when you got to make a call for so many people versus just you for you. When you just got to do something for you, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do. There's a whole lot. When it's just you, it's a whole, listen, me, I can go and sleep anywhere, but my wife can't, and my grandkids and my kids, when they can't. So I got to make sure they have a little more room than just a corner. You know what I'm saying? Or just kick in a recline and lay back, because they can't. There's a lot of stuff, because you got to consider more people. You know what I'm saying? When you got more people, you got to consider more people when you make decisions, when you do things. You know what I'm saying? You got, the more people you got, the more you got to be a little more persistent about, you got to move faster. Because you can start to explode at any time and burst out more people. You got a lot. You got to make sure it's done. I look at a man like Musa, you know he was worried about? Why am I about, he said, why am I about to look home from all these people? He said, why am I get bread for all these people? This is a constant worry. That man always, this a lot of people to feed. He want to know where in the world I'm going to get water from all these. That's a lot of stuff you constantly got to be. So you got to be a visionary always looking at it. You got to be ahead of stuff. A lot of y'all, if you had that job, shoot, man, people already started and died. Because it ain't in your mind. Because you one of them people, you just look out for you and whatever your little clan is. I got to have vision for everybody. I have vision. It don't matter what. If somebody fall, I already can hook this one up. All right, when I do this for you, you do this over him. You do this. I got to make, listen, I got to make strategic moves. I got to be moving one person out one thing into another thing. That's how to do it, right quick. I had to say, okay, give them this one, and you take this one. You move ahead and you do this. Now, y'all, all y'all do is go home your carnal little life, your rat hole mind, and that's all you do. You ain't got no caring about these people. You know what Shaul said, going to come upon him careless. To kill the congregation. I got to always make sure my members can eat. I got members, they ain't got a car, they can't get to work. That's everything. I got to be, there's a whole lot going on. I had to be right. I had to be ready and already be able to cover the situation when they have come on and say, I got something, I tell you why I just do this and do it this way. Somehow, I got to be able to do it. A lot of y'all, all you got to do is just take care of you and yourself. and you pretty much got your plan to the right situation happen and crumbling your whole life before you, and you don't find out, you on my books too. It just happened. Just keep living, you'll see. I tell you, we're interdependent. If you had more people minded like that to consider the whole congregation, a lot of stuff y'all won't be so selfish about. Really, it is. A lot of y'all, you make a lot of judgment because you sit in a situation where you ain't never did nothing for nobody but yourself. You ain't never had nobody but yourself, and you gonna see how much it's gonna hurt you after a while. A lot of people die that way. I'm just being honest with you. I want them people, listen, it don't make me no different one way or another. I don't let stuff make me. I can get it, I can have it, it don't make a difference. But I push to do what I gotta do to make an example for these younger men coming behind me so I don't never have no excuse, and I don't never want these men to have the big hand and foot of these crackers. I want to teach that our kids don't ever live hand in mouth to no crackers. You always want to keep your integrity. Any business I do, I can keep my integrity. Ain't nobody going to walk up and slap me either. We don't play like that. You slap me, I'm going to show you how we're going to play. I'm going to bust your head on to the white meat. I'm saying, you know we playing, right? We don't play put your foot in my behind. Ain't no amount of money on the table that my integrity worth more than that. You know what I mean? I just keep business. Anybody know I can do business we play? We don't play with nobody walk up and slap me. You don't walk and call me no homosexual either. This play gonna get real funny. It's gonna get real funny fast. Stuff gonna change real quick for you. I keep it where we gonna keep integrity. Whenever I do business, I want to teach y'all the same way. You keep your integrity. I give up everything I got to keep my integrity. I'd rather be out on that street home and have my integrity. People see me saying, he got integrity. Y'all got me. You can trust me. What I tell you one time, I can tell you 2 times. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, you can count that. It for sure. You got it? I got integrity. You leave your wife, kids, kinfolks, and friends with me. I ain't gonna touch it. If you leave your dog, I'm gonna probably run it over. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't got time to keep your dog. But your wife and kids and your money, they'll be safe. Lord, don't get in the way. Like that dog. Because stuff happen now. I'm not perfect. I press toward the mark. I'll mess with you. But at the end of the day, that's what we got to look at. We're trying to achieve a status that when he's saying, don't believe every Ruach, we want to make sure we ain't a part of that account of people that just going out with a false Ruach, with a false premise. Huh? We don't want to be deceived going through him. And how it happened, the situation come up, that's how you're going to know where you're at. One thing about it, say a situation came up, and I wasn't where I need to be. Maybe I didn't go to the extreme of where I went him, but I went to an extreme where Leon had to get up and he had to grab me. Hold on, Leon. He had to get up and he had to grab me. And I considered, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Now I got an opportunity to realize I need to be more mindful because I could have slipped. You see what I'm saying? I could have slipped. See, a lot of times when situations come up for a reason. In this second, let's see what they talk again. Alahym, they call Hebrews 2:1. Therefore,
we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard,
lest
at any time we should let them slip.
So you know what we got to look at now? This is what we'll look at right here. I wouldn't be expecting Cam to slap me in my mouth, and him being the Ruach Kohan, my pastor, my Ruach, and somebody say, but why would something like that happen if you saved? Shaul wasn't saved. Did it happen? Because some can come up at any time to test to see where you at and let you see whether you where you think you're at. See, we know what he's saying? I don't even think about stuff like that. Then you're an idiot. Because he said, therefore, we ought to get a more earnest heed to the things which we've heard. Let's say any what?
Time.
What time is any time? Who know what any time is? So at any time, a situation could arouse. Not just a naked woman. Not just a marijuana joint. And then I mess around. And unless what happened?
Lest at any time we should let them slip.
See what happened? Shaul testified, though, he didn't know. How much stuff you done and you know? So now we got to ask, is it because you didn't know? Or you weren't mindful? Or we just let it slip? I did know better. See what I'm saying? That's how important, because this is what we look for things to come up a certain type of way, and that's what we prepare ourselves for. Listen, devil flew in, and we walking down the street. I'm the devil. I came to you to try to entice you so you don't make it in and you won't be saved. Who else said, oh, okay, I'm finna fall. Any fool gonna say, man, come on, get away from it. This is too easy. That's why it'll never happen. Somebody here thinking that'll happen. They already see a red suit. And what's bad about it, Yahushua the one gonna come with all the red on. That's right. Yes, they're gonna put it on the devil. See, everything the cracker done gave them. Well, they gave you the devil in red. Always something to get your mind. Because, see, they're constantly playing with you. They're constantly playing with you. But I ask you, who did this come down from Adom with dyed garments? Who did this red in his apparel? Who they got? The devil. See how he got you? That's the devil. Black people in the country ain't say it was a devil, it was a B. How many of y'all made him the devil? Get away behind me, devil. And that's why he don't go, because he like, that's not my name. And he like, I don't have no being a boy. I don't have devil. He said, he talking to me. Mess him up. It's just amazing. The stuff that you look for is never the way it's going to come and get you. And a lot of times people don't realize it come to test you to see, so you can see for yourself too. Where you at? If I got it wrong, can I take the correction immediately and get in line? That's the test right there. Right now, let me think about it 2-3 weeks later. And I thought, who said he going to give me that long? This is what dangerous. Who told he going to get that long? Is that really somebody that you want to deal with that you got to wait 2-3 weeks for them to get their set together? Everything Yahuwah sent them to do, you know what he told them to do? They had to hearken. That means stop right now. Hearken. Stop right now. When the people were talking in Exodus Apostle chapter 2, were naming all these different nationalities that were there, and everybody was saying that people were drunk, Shaul stood up and told the people, ye men of Yehuda and all you that dwell in Jerusalem, be it known unto you, and do what? To who? That means everybody else start talking. You know, so hold on for a minute. Is he your daddy? He ain't none of my daddy. Who is he talking about? I ain't even from, you know, nigga don't know me. I'm not from around him. That's us, though. That's us. And though we laughed about it, you understand how dangerous stuff is, though? Because here's a man that got the keys. It's that important that you stop what you're doing right now. It's that important. That's why he said, therefore, we ought to get a more earnest heed to the things which we heard. Lest at any time, so those people were more listeners than talking like y'all do. Because they look at any time, it can trip you up, because you can get in yourself. Let me tell you what happened. I know, I watch y'all. Y'all have judgment call, you got stuff going on, you think you know. You don't know what you think you know. Because Yahuwah too just. He too just not to let you be up here and me sit out there. Simply because you don't know what you think you know. You assume to. Let me tell you something, man. When he look at over here people, he look at somebody got a heart for their people. A lot of people ain't got no heart for their people. They got a heart for themselves. That's just being honest. You have a lot of nights. There's a lot of people smart me to be up here. They ain't got the heart for it. They got too much logic. And they come out to people and family. They got how many times before they cut you off? It's like y'all done piss me off. I won't help you do nothing. But then he ain't give me a heart like that. Y'all know a whole lot y'all should have been cut off. He ain't give me that heart like that. But I do. I know I'm just when I cut it off. It's going to be for the better man. Some people ain't going to never give you a chance. Some people, you know all they need? Just a chance. And if they screw that one up, all they need is just another chance. And if they mess that up, they just need one more chance. And when they mess that up, one more chance, they're going to get it right. And you got to be able to discern and know that. You got to know. Sometimes I have to discern when y'all do stuff. Is it Will Smith stuff or your stuff? I'm trying to tell you, that's all I'm doing. I don't got a two category. Is this your stuff or that Will Smith? I seen that movie. Once I seen Concussion, and that boy pulled his tooth out with some ply and glued them back in there. I said, that Will Smith stuff. I said, I don't see no glue. This your stuff. I know whose stuff this is. It being honest, but you got to be discerning to know when, if this the person or that person got a situation. A lot of people ain't going to be able to do that. That was Shalom was notorious for. He knew how to judge a situation. He do just like Mushah. The people come to me for judgment. And I can judge between them. And you got to be fair with people and know, listen, the way people mess up, this ain't nothing but your Ukanon, Yahuwah is gracious. Everyone, including, we should have been cut off. That just show ain't be gracious. And he been gracious to me only for one reason. You know why? I know how I got him. Why don't you give somebody else some? That's the only reason he was gracious to me. He knew if he'd be gracious to the right person, that person considered and said, the only reason you him, because I was gracious to you. Why wouldn't you be gracious to somebody else? Only reason I'm here, because he helped me. He look at me. He know the right person to help. He know you're going to help somebody. A lot of people say, man, if I get out here, he know you ain't going to do nothing. He know something for help. He know you'll be one, you'll do it. He looked at that man like Dawood. Said, man out of my own heart. Man out of my own heart. That's what he's looking for. Somebody cared about the sheep. He saw those people, when they were being victimized, he put his own self out there. He said, these sheep hadn't done that. He said, well, me. Let it fall on me. And then said, you know who I can take it? My house. He just putting himself, let it fall on me and my house. Let the sword fall on me and my house. He couldn't see it just falling on people. He like, these people couldn't take what he took. He said, I'm the one presumptuously move and number these people. Let it fall on me and my house. These folk, he don't want to do. A lot of these folks try to protect these little rat hole houses they got. It's still a rat hole, kind of big, it's a rat hole. Because you act like a rat. You can't be like with each other. I just can't get for the life of me. Why wouldn't somebody want nobody else to have nothing? What do you get out of it if you're the only person with something? A lot of y'all got these deflated, these demonic minds that you should have and you're going to stack, you don't have to yourself. All you do is build up a house, they're going to get torn down. Anybody with simple science or watch how that man work, don't you know he's going to take from you and going to give these people? Don't you think it just made more for you to have your own like he told you? He said, man, you put open your own wide to the poor. Until y'all see, once everybody get that, nigga like this, him to him. I'm be on the wall like this, smooth-footed, like a New York rapper. Give me a head, turn that thing over with this. Probably get a Kango. Until then, the man told me, he said, you put open your own wide to these people. Yahuwah thought enough to put us together, not me. I'd have never picked y'all. Like I'd have kept walking past you. You try to stop me, I'd have kept. It's just being honest. Like I would have thought twice of you. Just anyone else. I'd have thought twice about just stopping. Hey, you think about getting saved? How about when you get together and maybe I preach and lead and you think it's all right and I wouldn't even waste my time. I'd have kept going. So you know who had to put us together? Yahuwah. Yahuwah had to put us together. He had let different things happen in each one of our lives to get us connected to one another. If you didn't hear me, he let somebody you knew hear me, and you wound up hearing it through them and you came. He had to hook it up that way. He said he knew you would hear it that way. Huh? He let somebody you love enough that you'll go to search behind them, and in searching, it'll catch you. That's how he set the trap. Y'all didn't know that. You get people trapped like that. You can go take a little small calf or a little small baby and put it somewhere and tie it up and let it make a distress call. You ain't gonna believe who will come. The mama. And now you can catch the mother too. So he can get you, he caught something that you love and let it make a distress call enough that you went to come to try to seek it and you wind up getting caught too. He got the mama and the baby in his hand. He got the mama and the baby in his hand. That's why he got it there until he catch everything he determined to get. Y'all put a lot of effort on trying to do stuff that if y'all just took your time and just go through this thing the way we need to go through and really consider what we got to get discipline to do, because that's what we really lack, discipline. The whole country, we lack that discipline where we don't trust Alahym enough to let him be Alahym. We thinking we can project from our minds how it ought to go. It don't work like that. It just don't work that way. What he got intended for, it's going to happen. If we honest, one thing about it, if I ain't honest, y'all ain't got to worry about that. I ain't going to proceed for so long. Just like you. You can save a whole lot of energy just being honest. The man said, therefore, we ought to get a more earnest heed to the thing which we heard. Let's say any time. For if the doctrine spoken by Malachi was steadfast, if it don't move, and if every
transgression
and
disobedience
receive
a sadak, recompense or reward,
that's what you're going to get. You got to get it. That's why Shaul had to clean it up. He said, I didn't know. He had to clear it up quick. He let him know, I don't want nobody in here to think that I knew that I run my mouth against the high Kohan. He wanted that. He said, I didn't know. And he let them know because the scripture said. It wasn't because somebody just shot their mouth. He wanted you to know, I already know what the book said. The scripture said, you're not supposed to revile the ruler of your people. That tight, ain't it? But that book, that's why a lot of y'all ain't going to make it in. Because see, in your Jesus heart see in a different way. But Shaul didn't condemn it. I don't know how you could. And he couldn't condemn it, and he the one got hit. Right. I don't know how they going to condemn me. Y'all all right? If I slap the piss out somebody and it bring you Yahuwah glory, I don't know why I'm judging no sinner. That's right. I don't know why. If it'll bound through my slapping, that's it. Hey, listen, I don't know why I'm judging no sinner. But then we be slanderously reported. Yeah, right. I ain't never told you I don't do no evil that no good gonna be come. You say I said that your damnation be just. That tight, ain't it? But it's right. But since we looked at that, therefore we ought to give them more earnest heed to the things which we heard. Let's say anytime we should let them slip. For if the Alahym spoke about Malachi was steadfast and every transgression disobedient receive a just recompense of reward, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first beginning we spoke about it out of need, and was confirmed to us by them that heard him. Alahym also bearing them witness both with signs and wonders and dire miracles according and gifts of the Ruach HaKodesh according to his own will. Let's get to the 13th chapter, verse 7. 13 and 7. Alahym. Matter of fact, 13 and 1 first. He should have told you, don't let nothing stop. Tell him what he said, don't let it stop. Little Michael Jackson. That's where Michael Jackson got it from. Listen what he said.
Let Aki love continue.
Don't stop till you get enough. You like that? Where y'all think Michael Jackson got it from? If he said, let brother love, know what that means? Don't stop. Don't stop. When does it stop? Let our key love continue. Listen what he told you.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers.
Uh-oh. Wow.
For thereby some have entertained Malachi unawares.
See that? You know, sat down and had his message, they ain't even been mindful of it. Why you get a more earnest heed? Pay attention. You'll never know. Come on.
Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity.
That's why I'm always praying for them behind prison. Well, I'm always praying for people in water. He said, just like I'm in there with them. You know who we learned that from? Nakum Yah. He said, just like, you know, it's a difference. You say, Lord, you know, the people in prison, oh, Lord, the people over there in the wars and stuff like that, Lord, and Jesus, and keep you going. And Jesus, I really need a new car. I'm looking at a house. I got a down payment on it. Lordy, 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 Lordy. He said, you want to pray for those people just like you in there with them. Now look at something. Nakum Yah. They're going to call it Nehemiah. Nakum Yah, chapter 1, verse 1. Other one get me too. It's interesting when you're hearing it and you can actually connect it to something. Nakum Yah. They call Nehemiah. Nakum Yah. And Nakum Yah, 2 and 1. Nakum Yah. 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
The Dabarim of Nahum-Yah, the Ben of Hakaliah. And it came to pass in the month Chislu, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan the palace, that Hanani, one of my Aki, came, he and certain Anashim of Yehuda. And I asked them concerning the Yahudim that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem.
Listen.
And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach.
You hear what he did? He want to know about it. Look what he said. He said, oh, okay, that guy ain't want no bad stuff. I want to watch the news. I just want to know good things. He said they in great what?
great affliction and reproach.
What happened?
The wall of Jerusalem it also is broken down,
Yeah.
and the gates thereof are burned with fire.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, when I heard these dabarim, that I sat down and wept, and mourned certain yamim, and fasted, and prayed before the Alahym of Shamaim.
I wonder was he remembering and praying for them just like it was him and them. You see the difference? See, sometimes when we palau pray, I know a lot of times y'all don't think about it. I consider them because I know that book says some of you going to be cast into prison. That's me too. So I try to consider my kingdom in that sense because a lot of times we do forget about them. Sometimes we are in that freedom and we call freedom that's still captivity and you forget about it. There's some honest people in there. There's some people that are actually really suffering at the hands of these dirt right crackers because your news ain't told you about it don't mean it don't happen. And you consider when he went, he been wondering, and when you talk to somebody that actually been with them and say, it's bad. It's bad. Man, I tell you what, man. He thinking if they escape, they should be good. A lot of disgrace, a lot of stuff going on. It's bad. Man, the whole city, man, the old neighborhood, man, that whole thing, man, just destroyed, dilapidated, burned down. What about locked up? And you know, boy had a stroke. What? You know, girl, man, she had a heart attack, man. Man, you know, and what you call them? Yeah, what happened? Man, they lost everything they got. Man. He said, when I heard that thing, I couldn't eat nothing. I couldn't drink nothing. It was like it was him. You know that? It was like it was him. Let's see what happened. At the book of, get me Matthew chapter 27. I know I call it the second chapter. Don't worry about it. Look at, matter of fact, give me that 2 and 1 first over in Nakum. Y'all, you don't give me Matthew chapter 27. Make it verse 30. Let's see what happens. Listen to the book.
And it came to pass in the month Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the Malach, that wine was before him, and I took up the wine and gave it unto the Malach. Now I had not been before time sad in his presence. Wherefore the Malach said unto me, Why is thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid, and said unto the Malach, Let the Malach live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad, when the city, the place of my Abba's sepulchres, lieth waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire? Then the Malach said unto me, For what dost thou make request? So I prayed to the Alahym of Shamaim, and I said unto the Malach, If it please the Malach, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Yehuda, unto the city of my Abba's sepulchres, that I may build it. And the Malach said unto me, the Malkah also sitting by him, For how long shall thy journey be? And when wilt thou return? So it pleased the Malach to send me, and I set him a time.
That's good. That's good, man. Now we all over the place, man. Oh, 27. Matter of fact, give me 26:26 first. Matter of fact, before you give me 26:25, give me 27:30. Matthew 27:30. I want 26:25. Listen to the book.
And they spit upon him, and took the reed, and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him, and put his own raiment on him, and led him away to crucify him.
Yeah.
And as they came out, they found a Ish of Cyrene, Shimon by name. Him they compelled to bear his toot. And when they were come unto a Malchum called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall, and when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink.
Yeah.
And they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Nabi. They parted my garments among them,
And what happened?
and upon my vesture did they cast lots.
What happened?
And sitting down, they watched him there,
Uh-huh.
and set up over his head his accusation written, This is Yahusha, the Malach of the Yahudim.
That's good. That's good. 26. Matthew chapter 26. 26 and 25. Listen to the book.
Then Yehuda, which betrayed him, answered and said,
Hold on. Back me at 24. 26, 24. Listen to the book.
The Ben of Ish goeth, as it is written of him, But woe unto that Ish by whom the ben of Ish is betrayed.
What happened?
It had been Taub for that Ish if he had not been born.
What happened?
Then Yehuda, which betrayed him, answered and said, Adoni, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. And as they were eating, Yahusha took bread and baraka it, and brake it, and gave it to the Methodist, and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup, and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it. For this is my dam of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
Mm-hmm.
But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that when I drink it new with you in my Abba Malkuth.
That's good. Did y'all get it? Who didn't get it? Okay. Well, when you kind of went through and you looked at Nakum Yah, you kind of learned a little something about Yahusha. When he found out about what kind of strait and what kind of situation we was in, that's why he stopped eating and drinking. That's why he stopped. He wasn't going to do it. He saw we was in great stress and greater stress. You heard him. They even told you. He told them they had been in reproach. Well, the writer told you in the 15th chapter book of Romans, he told the reproach and them that reproach, they fell on me. So they took him and they took his clothes and they slapped and they beat him. So you learn what kind of situation the people in before you. They didn't just tell us in great distress. He told them they was in reproach too. They disgraced the man. That's why he wouldn't eat or drink. And he also let you know why he came down. And Yahuwah want to know how long he would be gone, for such and such a time. He had letters. You reading them now. He got letters so he could come down. Let's see what happened. At the 5th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. Yehukanan they call John 5:39. That's why you got to know your law, because it started giving you a timeline. He told you. He said he's going to be gone for such and such a time. Chapter 5:39. St. John, as they'll call it. 5:39. Listen to the book.
Search the scriptures.
Why?
For in them ye think ye have eternal life.
And what are they?
And they are they which testify of me.
See what happened? He tried to tell you that. The whole book was talking about him. When Nakum Yah and talking about him and how he was and how he was said that he didn't eat for many days, it was talking about him. It was talking about him. When he came down, he tried to tell them that they can destroy this tabernacle. What did he say he's going to do? Because of the same thing Nakum Yah did. He rebuilt out of the rubbish. They were burned. What you think happened when you hang them up against the sun? They burnt the stone. That's why he told me, when you destroy, I can build it back. Because he was talking about him. They just didn't understand he talked about the temple of his body. He was coming to put the wall back up. I don't know what the people thinking about. I don't know how you get in. All you do, you go back through the law. We start to fill in the blanks. Stuff you didn't know, you find out you do know. So when you go through, you read, all he was doing was telling you about him. He saw your situation. He saw our situation. The book told we have not a high Kohan. What was again that can't do? Feel what? That's amazing, because he told you to pray that you're supposed to make it just like you was in the same situation. This will probably make you a Kohan. And the fact that he gave you the cup when he sat down, would this make you a Malak? Because he gave the cup to the king, to the Malak. I know you're missing. Don't worry about it. This is how we, see, I had to try to make sure that he right. Because a lot of people going out. The book told you there's some antis going out. People against him. People against him lie about it and lie on him. The anti-Mashiach, they'll go out. They'll be against him and they'll look like him. So I got to try him, just like people go out with their fake gold. You finna give me a gold necklace for $50 and got a price tag on it for $500. You know, I'm just trying to get something right. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to? They be moving like, come on, because they're making you so you gonna set too long. I got to make it like the folk watching me and people. Somebody be on rob me. I don't even know you, dude. Hopefully you won't rob. Got to make it now. You thinking, man, that dude, I don't want him to think I'm a rob. I'm gonna get him the $50. I know, because it's all scam. Well, that's what he told you about the anti-Mashiachs. They're scams. They'll look like, they'll say things, but if you go back and read, you'll see who's true. Because you got to wonder, why would the man come here and want to build? Because Malcolm y'all want to put back. That same thing he was trying to do. He didn't tell you going to build another. He said, if you destroy this one, I'll do what? What wall did Malcolm y'all put up? The same one they torn down. Now he said, destroy this one. I'm going to go build another one somewhere else and pick up another one. Guess what? That's not the right Ruach. See how I'm going to try it? Yeah, I don't know, man. What y'all want to do with this? You see how what he told you to do is what you're doing now. This means you're in line with scripture. You're in line with teaching. Because what are you doing? You're testing it now. What building was he trying to build back? Same one that was torn down. What wall was Malcolm y'all trying to put up? The same one that was torn down. Well, let's look at what happened. Let's finish it. Search the scripture, he told us. But in them you think ye have
eternal life,
and they are they
which testify of me.
And the reason why I would think I have eternal life, I miss it, because I don't know nothing but what a man know. I don't know nothing about the Ruach. You see what I'm saying? Because now, the only way we can go pick this up now, because this is from the Ruach had to discern this. You can't discern it. He said, the natural man don't even receive it. That's stupid. Why would Jesus, my Lord and Savior, be back here? Well, your Lord and Savior is back here. He dump out in the drop. That's where Jesus come out. He come in the drop. See what I'm saying? Because for y'all know people, when I told these people, these folks, listen, I done told these folks stuff they ain't never heard nowhere. These folks ain't never known about that Lucifer wasn't no devil. I don't know how many folks fought me on this stuff. Because they were corner-minded. They can't see it. All I look at that, I want to pick, once I see the game plan, I got it. The man told me, because he said, search the scripture. In them you thinking, they talking about me. Why would you think they were talking about the devil? Folk been like, where the devil ever say he going to be like the Most High? The man never even came. The man came in looking like a regular monarchy. That makes absolutely no sense. Nothing these people have told you makes sense. But again, called many false prophets. Many true prophets going out in the world. The prophet ain't nothing but a soothsayer. And that's what's hurt us. Listen what happened. Search the scripture, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they
which testify of me.
But what they gonna do?
And you will not come to me.
For what reason?
That you might have life.
Because this is the Ruach discern, and you don't have the Ruach, so why you don't come to me? You ain't even desirous of it. He just asked you, for whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahuwah shall, how then shall they call on him in whom? Not believed. How should they believe in him? So how would you come to me when you hadn't believed? And the only reason you don't believe because you hadn't heard. So there's no way you're going to come to me. You still looking for Jesus. See, I don't let that discourage me. Listen, you can't. The principle, listen, these are principles he set. You got to believe in order to be able to call on it. But you can't believe something unless you've been taught something. You got to be taught it by one of his who he sent. That's the only way you're going to get it. And you're going to come up with any other way? He told me, don't believe it. Don't believe it. It's outside the operation. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Listen to the book.
I receive not honor from Alahym.
Tell him why.
But I know you, that ye have not the love of Alahym in you.
Why?
I am come in my Abba's name.
And what they do?
And you receive me not.
And they got a problem with his name being Yahusha. Yahuwah's salvation. He got to have the Father's name. He came in not only authority, he came in authority, only he told you he came in his name. The man is Yahuwah's salvation. Listen.
If another shall come in his own name,
what they going to do?
Him you will receive.
Where did Jesus get his name from? That's Jesus' name. That's why they take. I got to remember they still love Jesus. That's Jesus' name. Where did Jesus get that from? That ain't his daddy's name. That's amazing. Any other name these folks get, they'll take. Hercules. All at their own name, they'll take it. Start setting us up, letting us know we need to look. And why the man say he came in his Abba's name. And you don't believe him. Pick me up right quick, the 30th chapter, book of Mashali, 30 and 1. Right quick. God the money. I don't know. I mean, that's how important, because I'm hearing what, I heard that years ago as a Christian. They didn't really make it. I just want, as he came to find, okay, I didn't get why he said it. Don't make sense. I ain't gonna say in lie as a Christian. I mean, he said he came in his father's name, but his name was Jesus. I never knew that God's name was Jesus. They gave me God. God was his name. Mashali, they call proverb. Mashali. 30:1. This is Mashali, they call Proverbs, byword, adage. 30:1. Let's see what the book said. Listen to the book.
The Dabarim of Agur, the Ben of Jaki, even the Nabuah, the Ish, spake unto Ithiel, even unto Ithiel and Ukal, surely I am more brutish than any Ish, and have not the understanding of a Ish.
See that? He said he ain't got the understanding of it, Ish. Because what knoweth the man? Things of a man, except for the Ruach that's in him. He said, I don't know what these people know. Listen what happened.
I neither learn wisdom,
Neither.
have the knowledge of the Kudash,
Listen what he said.
who hath ascended up into Shamayim.
See that? He want to know who did it. Who went up into Shamayim? You know what the book told us? The same one that came down. The same one that came down, the same one that went up. That's what we learned. When he asked, he said, I don't have the knowledge. I'm asking a question. Who ascended into the Shamayim? We learned later, the same one that came down in the 4th chapter of the book of Pick me up 4 and 8. Ephesians. Now, the only reason we can answer these questions now, because after the people came through and tested it, now we getting completion. We getting information we had gaps. He came in the book told, he said, I look for a man to stand in the head to make up the what? To stand well. All we had was a wall with gaps. He would knock them, y'all put up, he said, put the wall up there. He said, but the door ain't been set up. So we had this big old beautiful wall, but you still got a gap. So the whole time he been looking for a man to stand in the gap to make up the hedge for the city that I should not destroy. He said, I can't find one. That's why it was so important for the man to say, lo, I come. It's written to me. Listen to the book. This is Ephesians 4 and 8. Listen.
Wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive.
And did what?
And gave gifts unto Anashim.
I can't imagine what he'll tell me after that, Brandon.
Now that he ascended.
Did you hear that? Who ascended up, Brandon?
Now that he ascended.
What happened?
What is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the Arats?
So we seen him come down. We couldn't answer that question either. Now, he did obtain a good report through Amunah, but he didn't receive no promise. Alahym hadn't provided some better things for us that they couldn't be made perfect without us. See, his question he had then, we'd had the same question until he came. Somebody had to come in the volume of the book. These were gaps. This man said, listen, I'm dumber than any of the rest of these guys. I don't even know what they know, let alone knowing anything about the Creator. Who done went up in the Shamayim? Same one that came down. You got the answer now. But he had good, valid questions. Now, your book came up. Think about it, if he, as a Christian, you'd have heard that. You would have never know why he told you the same one that first descended. Because Marsha, he asked you that. Who ascended? So the first one that came down and descended. Who else could have ascended but him that already descended? Same one that came right down here with us. Listen to the book in this Marsha 30. What verse we at?
4.
At 4, listen.
Who hath ascended up into Shamayim, or descended.
See that? He asking questions that Ephesians came along and told you the answer to. He had enough sense to look at it. Went up, it coming down. But he learned, no, it ain't coming back down. It came down, it's gone up. They tell us what Murphy's law. Stuff we repeated. Don't matter nothing about Alahym law. What's Murphy's law? Come down. See that right? You got law. You know laws of gravity. Gravity pull. What about Yahuwah laws? People recite, there's a Newton's law. An apple got to hit a crack in the head, and all of a sudden we learn gravity. Man fell from sin. You ain't learned gravity then? Kept a man from ascending. We should have learned gravity from our law. A cracker get hit in the head with an apple, and all of a sudden now people learn gravity. You know what I'm going to tell you? Don't tell a cracker I'm going to throw a rock in one of them marshes. Here come gravity. Sideways. Here comes sideways gravity. Y'all all right? Crocodile. Isn't that right? Hey, listen, I say things funny. At the same time, these are valid questions he's asking when you don't know. So when you read the 10th chapter of the book of Romans, when he asks you, but whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. But he asks you, but what said to Adonai? But how then should they call him in whom they have not believed? How they believe in him in whom they have not heard? How you going here without a preacher? He asking questions. Valid questions. And people ain't asking that today. He'll ask you, who ascended? Or what does he ask?
Or descended.
Or descended. That makes a lot of sense with you. See, guess what we're doing now? We are trying the Ruach, whether it's of Alahym or not. Because the question he asked you in your law told you that. He asked who has ascended, or he asked you, or descended. When Ephesians told her that he said, what is it? That he first descended. The only reason Shaul told you that because people that know the law is going to spark. It's going to come along and give confirmation. It's going to be their amunah. It's going to give them their stability. Going to make them firm. This is what's going to firm it for them. All right, listen.
Who hath gathered the wind in his fist. Who
done did that? Done gathered the wind in his fist. What has happened?
Who hath bound the Mayim in a garment.
Listen.
Who hath established all the ends of the Arats.
Listen.
What is his name?
And?
What is his Beni name?
If what happened?
If thou canst tell.
He asked a question. Can you tell me? Sound like a man want to be saved. If I know that, we learned that in the 5th chapter of the book, in that same 5th chapter of the book of, the 5th chapter of the book of, 9th chapter of the book of St. John, well, Ukanon, 9th chapter. I did hear the man that had been born blind, and from his mother in the womb, he asked the man about did he believe in the Ben Alahym. He told him he wanted to know who he was so he could believe. He said, you done talked to him and you done seen him. They want to know. See, you know what we mess up at? If we can walk and we can see, we think that's salvation. So he can't deliver you more than just giving you some natural sight and natural walking. He came to get a man salvation. He let him know salvation is on their premise. This will make a man want to receive it. You telling me when I'm saved, I can see, I can hear, I can understand, I can move. And Shaul said, in the Mashiach, we have our being. He said, in the Mashiach, we move. That man, look, that's how it works for us. And you hear salvation as saved crippled, saved blind, saved broke, saved in captivity. No, saved is just what it is, it's delivered. They gave us wrong premises. Saved ain't never been saved captive. Ain't never made no sense. Saved always been saved delivered. It's always been a break. That's from up under oppression. Come unto me, all you that are what? And what? And what I'm going to give you? And I'm still on the job struggling and scuffling and crying and hollering. Saved. Filled with the mighty Holy Ghost. Where my rest at? See, you're supposed to get that when you die. Okay, here we go again. Here we go. But the premise we learned in salvation, them, they were from up under. That boy told me stand fast in the liberty where the Mashiach had what was again? And be not entangled again with what? He said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I'm meek. And Lola, I'll kill a nigga. That's what he told him. E-R. And you'll find rest for your soul. You know when our people rested? After Shamshun killed them. When we came up, all we did is complain. He tried to show you it'll never work you being on these people. Listen, y'all can tell you how y'all want to take it. Let me tell you something. We have been given wrong premises of salvation. Salvation had never been salvation saved working under oppression and suffering. That is not saved. If that was saved, he'd have left you in Mizraim. That's right. He could have gave you that. He could have gave you the Ruach, let you stay there. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. You say it when you get off from work. You say it on Shabbat. You say it on the Muhadis, on the festive days. You unsaved 5 days a week or 6 days a week working. You just told me to come under you and you're going to give me rest. I still got these people yoked. Okay. I'm just telling you, it's bad. It's bad. And that's why people got a bad concept with following their way. I understand. But I ain't going to teach it to you and tell you no lies. That's right. Any stress I got is stress I take. Nobody going to give me nothing. Yeah. It just don't make sense. I tasted it now. It's going to be hard to put that collar back on me. I'm tired of that dog get loose, man. That dog wasn't coming. You forget. When he got loose, that dog run all day. That dog going on, he went me to bus stop. That dog jump on them folks. I act like that one ain't my dog. Them folks be saying, who dog is that? I be saying, I be like, let the bus run him over. Anything, kid. It's embarrassing. He embarrassed me down there. But you know when he was like that? He ain't never been free like that. Chain that bastard out, he just ball out a circle in the yard. He make a perfect circle in the yard. Put a stake in the middle, he just ball all that grass out. As you get through, he made my basketball court. You chain him, put it in the ground, let him run a circle. That was the basketball court, then we moved him on the other side. Dog ball all that grass out for us, and we started balling. Dust everywhere. Dust we went. Isn't that right? But the thing I'm trying to get you to understand and being honest, y'all people don't realize salvation is not, the way people are told it is not the way it is. That's what I'm telling you. This governing that people try, it doesn't work. It does not work with the plan he's given us. Even when the Mathidus were with her, they told her, are you going to give us back the Malkuth at this time? Why? Because he looked at this don't make sense. It don't make sense to be up on it. It don't make sense. It don't work like that. Because people over here, they're going to start beating you. It's going to tie you into too many other laws. And stuff going to come, it's going to start to contradict some laws. All right, I'm trying to tell y'all now. Y'all know what happened we learned. And first, let's pick me up right quick. Say that Alahym 22. 22, they're going to call it 1 King 22. Y'all don't want to hear that. I'm all over the place. I get the thing about freedom stuff. I don't work too well for y'all do it. They call it 1 Kings. Well, it's Alahym. Alahym 22. I just hear one just because I want to hear it. Just because I want to hear it because they about like me. They like I am. So this is to hit home. Again, more stuff you never taught, been told as a Christian. I just want to hear something. Let's see what happens. Listen.
And they continued 3 years without war between Syria and Yasharal.
And what, you hear that? 3 years. So that show you we fought against Syria a lot. The same place they call Syria. We fought against Syria. Let's see what happened.
And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the Malach of Yehuda, came down to the Malach of Yasharal. And the Malach of Yasharal said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth in Gilead is ours?
Hold on for a minute. He just said that Ramoth in Gilead is whose?
Is ours.
Ramoth where?
In Gilead is
where?
ours.
And what our problem is?
And we be still.
That's why Yahushua had to get out. That's why he had to get out there too. That's why he had to get out there too. He had to come down. He looked at what were his. And I'm just sitting here still. That's how the Malach of Yasharal think. He was sitting up down from the 6th to the 9th hour. It was dark. You can count that just like 3 years. He was sitting there being still. You know what he realized? This is mine, and I'm just being still. What happened?
And we be still and take it not out of the hand of the Malach of Syria.
You know what he'll look at? He's looking at the fact, when he set up on the 2, he was the Malach of the Yahudim and the Malach of Yasharal. Both of them were sitting there being still. Looking at, I need to be taking this stuff. They don't want to talk about stuff. I told them, just let me hear. When I hear it, I know where they go. That's amazing. The Malach of Yasharal came to the Malach of Yehuda came to the Malach of Yasharal. The Malach of Yasharal said, Ramah and Gilead be out, and we sit up here still. They don't think like that. You know, y'all the type of people, they don't worry about it, let them have it. Lord wants to be fair. That's why I don't have no Lord. That's why you can't have no Lord. Now we look at why you're in a bad situation. Jump down about the 12th verse of that same book. They don't like that. See, I'm going to tell you about me. I'm being with y'all. I teach free people doctrine. That's right. That's right. Anything we did for ourselves. We supposed to build up our own self. Yeah. Build up your own self on your most, what was it? How am I understanding all I work, know, understand work and build up other people's stuff? He told, beloved, you build up yourself on your most kodash amunah. Put loud in the Ruach. How am I understanding that I've been working on building up other folks' stuff? I got to know how to build up my own stuff to understand that. See, all these concepts don't make sense. They don't make sense to a slave cat. I ain't never done it. I ain't never built nothing for myself. I always been building for them. Tight. It's right. It's strong, but it ain't wrong. It might seem hard, but ooh, wait. Trying to get y'all to break that psychosis. I'm telling y'all, it don't make sense. I don't get it. So when do you say Shabbat? When you unsaved? The man told me that whoever he set free, he said was free indeed. What that mean? That's over true. He said, whosoever that the man set free is free indeed. So let me ask y'all a question. When you hear that man that laid there for 38 years, that man went back crippled when? The woman with issue of blood, when she started back bleeding? Because he said, I freed indeed. You done with that. Everything he left here with, you done with that. You're done with that. He don't know, man, listen, you done with that. Huh? You done with it. Y'all understand that? I'm going to tell you what hurt us with salvation. Because we think like slave niggas. Slave niggas never think freedom. That's why people want to take the ticket. It's hard. Nobody wants to be free. You want somebody to be responsible for your study. You've been responsible for yourself. Who are responsible for us? That's right. No, it would have been fell out. We just came out of Mizraim. You'd have made it. You too weak. You got to see your way back to them people. It don't make sense being under them people. Y'all understand if we unite and we do and we connect together and what we could put together? That weak slave mind. It hurts you. The man, I think about that. Whosoever the man set free is free indeed. And you know, I used to think, well, it's talking about then, you know, they free. They don't commit sin no more. No, that they ain't in bondage. Oh, I know bondage from working. Getting paid for less than what I've done. I know that's bondage. I got a man come and told me to go in the vineyard and work, and whatsoever right, I'll pay it. Well, listen, I don't care what time you start working. I'll pay what I agreed on. Because it's mine. I can't do it on that man's job. That man going to have a problem when I start trying to do what that man told me. You don't have restraint. I got restraint. People work me. You start doing something you do. I need you doing my job here. I don't need you doing what you want to do. Because you mine for this time. I don't want to belong to nobody but Yahuwah. We got to free ourselves, people. I want to say, I'm being honest with y'all. Y'all tell you want to, so go ahead and die saved. Go ahead and die saved on them people slaving for them and doing it. We got people for us, they wasn't doing it. They wasn't doing it. They had to manipulate Shamshun to get him to do it. He wasn't taking it. Man walk away with the whole beam of the door. These niggas wasn't doing it. These niggas put up an extra door over these crackers. Man walk away with a whole beam of the door. The whole door frame, take it with him. That's just how strong-willed he was. That's how strong-willed he was. Huh? And man wanted vengeance on him. You always got to want vengeance back on these people. It belonged to him. I know what he said. But he said vengeance is who is that? Who is that? Who said that? And he said what he'll do. I don't know what happened then, because Shamshun must have been Yahuwah, because he sure said, let me avenge him for my two eyes. Yes, sir. That's right. He did say, let me avenge him for my two eyes. Now, he told you, I said in your law that you Alahym. Now, if he called him Alahym, to whom the Dabarim Alahym came, then the scripture can't be broken. Now, what part of this y'all going to take? What part y'all going to take? When you going to choose to be, what part of when you convenient going to take that you Alahym? Because the man said he wanted to avenge me in two eyes. But they always listen to what they tell them. Benjamin said, Yahuwah, I'll repay him. He gonna repay him. He gonna repay him. Now he told him gonna get up. He said the sword that was in their hand, he said, that's my indignation. That's right. He gonna repay him. He told him, that sword in their hand. He said, that's my indignation. These cruel crackers showed us his wrath, how angry he was with us. I got it. I'm through with sinning. Now, I taste cracker. Yes, sir. I taste cracker. Yes, sir. I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff is real salty. I'm telling y'all, man, people, everything has been programmed to keep you passive. Y'all don't believe it. Salvation is actually what it is. It is truly deliverance. I know. See, Smith Corner, because he ain't thinking about the spiritual. I am thinking about both. The only way I know the Ruach in front of Corner. I'm going to be complex, and I'm going to be perplexed when I sit here, and I'm still in bondage on the job, talking about I'm free in the Ruach. Cause some cracker sermon. These crackers trying to be free every way they can.
Yep, that's right.
Let's look at it, 12th verse. I told y'all better hire y'all a preacher, man. Get y'all somebody to tell y'all them lies y'all want to hear. I'm looking for a way out. I ain't trying to get no way in. I'm talking a way out of crackerhood. Crackerhood. Listen, I'm all for doing business. I'm all for doing everything I want. I'm not for you being over me. That's right. I'm not for you being they'll go shake hands with a man they told me was a tyrant. They told that man was a killer, self-proclaimed leader. The man had nuclear bomb. The man's a threat to humanity, to the whole entire world. Whole peninsula in danger of being killed. Cause shook the man's hand, signed a denuclearization paperwork for him, and for to get that man funded and drop everything. And then he told the man he was a great leader. Yep. Croc ain't said nothing about me though.
That's right.
They told her the man tortured, kill his own people. I see more of these crackers do what they say he done over him. I don't know why black people, so-called nigga, I don't know what y'all need. And when you get insulted. When do you be insulted? When this cracker done tried to talk to us? Dirty orange peel looking cracker. That's right. Look at how much he tan and say still a dirty cracker. We're still sitting here, man. And I'm like him. I'm like, well, y'all ain't gonna come get me. I'm like the Malaka Yehuda. Man, I know what belonged to the Malaka Yasharal. I don't know why we be still. That's right. That's what he looked at. Why he realized I can't step him, man. I gotta get out of him. I gotta get him up him. Even when he sat in the two, notice he stayed there for 3 years. He stayed in the two for 3 years. I'm sorry, 3 days. And you know why he got up? He couldn't be still no more. He looked at what belonged to him. He looked, it don't make sense. I've been sitting still for 3 days. 3 years. This stuff belonged to me. Okay. Verse 12. Same book. Alahym, chapter 22, about verse 12. Listen.
And all the Nabi'im Nabaso, saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the Malak's hand. Mm-hmm. And the messenger that was going to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, Behold now, the Dabarim of the Nabi'im declare Ta'ub unto the Malak with one mouth. Yeah. Let thy debar, I pray thee, be like the debar of one of them, and speak that which is Ta'ub. And Micaiah said, As Yahuwah liveth, what Yahuwah saith unto me, that will I speak. Mm-hmm. So he came to the Malak, and the Malak said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? What happened? And he answered him, Go and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the hand of the Malak.
I sure hope they come at me. I'm going to say, go up, Mr. President, and prosper. Press down and running over. Listen.
And the Malak said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of Yahuwah?
What happened?
And he said, I saw all Yashral scattered upon the hills.
Let me ask you a question before you move any further. When he asked Micaiah about going up, what did Micaiah tell him?
And he answered him, Go and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the hand of the Malak.
And what happened?
And the Malak said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is Amat in the name of Yahuwah?
Y'all don't find that amazing? The mere fact that this man realized it didn't matter, but he was actually trying it. He was trying to see was it of Yahuwah or not. He just heard what he wanted to hear. They just told him when they came around. All of the other Nabiim all say with one mouth that he should go up and prosper. But he knew it himself it didn't make sense. He knew it himself it didn't make sense. Wouldn't make no sense for one more person. If I got all these just told me to go up and prosper, don't make sense to ask nobody. And when he asked them, that should have been their confirmation. But you know what he knew? That don't sound right. How many times I got to ask you that you tell me nothing but a month? Because he already knew what happened. Even the Malaka, Yehuda knew better than that. He want to know, you ain't got nobody beside these. He said one more, but he hate me. He don't never tell me what I want to hear. He said, that's the one we need to go ask. And when he told him something, all of a sudden he realized something. This ain't right. See, it don't line up with protocol. Because I always want to do what I want to do, and you come along and you always cut it off. So when Yahusha came on the scene, you see how important it was that he had the Nabaim. What would you do? You'll do what you want to do too. So you got to have some people that are going to speak to be able to get something against what you want to do and keep you in line with what Yahuwah is trying to get you to do. Because flesh going to always got his own mind. He always want to go do his own thing. So he had somebody sitting in the midst to keep him. He told, behold, I sent him out to keep. What was again? Beware him. Provoke him not. He won't pardon your transgression. My name is in it. He got these men set him for a reason, to keep him in the way. He was there to keep him in the way. All the Nabaim, all those books, they were there for a reason, to keep him in the way. You think he won't just sit him down the Ruach and have no direction? You got to give him direction. Are y'all serious? He had to have direction. That was the same thing you got, the same thing he had to have. Huh? When he went into the synagogue on the Shabbat, as it custom was, they delivered him the book of Yeshua. He throw that down, telling him I don't need no book. Don't make no sense. All of them there to keep him in the way. Same thing he had, what he gave you. You got opportunity to get the same thing he got, same thing he was taught. Y'all okay? Are y'all serious? Are you serious? All these books were set up for a reason. To keep him in the way. Same way they set up for you, to keep you in the way. All scriptures given by the inspiration out here and a prophet for what? For what else? Who want to be reproved? For what else? For correct. Who want to be corrected? For what else? Instructing you in doing what? To keep you doing right. That's everything your flesh don't want. You don't want to be taught. You definitely don't want nobody to come along and chastise you. And you don't want nobody correcting you. And you already know what's right. That's all flesh. That's all flesh. He told y'all if you search the scripture, in them you think you have eternal life, but there are they which testify of me. The Malach of Yasharal and the Malach of Yehuda are right there. And you know they let you know, nobody going to go above what he written. Even Shaul told you these things I have transferred to myself and Apollo for your sake, that you might learn in us not to think of, what was that again? Men above that which is written. The Malach of Yasharal and the Malach of Yehuda are not above that which is written. Nobody's above what's written. Nobody. That's how important it is. No position get you outside or get you above what he told us. Everybody got to stay in confines of what's written. All right, listen.
And he said, I saw all Yashral up scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not a rah.
Y'all pay attention now. What did he see?
And he said, I saw all Yashral scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not a rah.
I had to read this for a reason. And listen what he told them.
And Yahuwah said, these have no master.
These have what?
These have no master.
They have who?
These have no master.
They ain't got no boss. Tell me where they need to go apply it.
Let them return every each to his house in Shalom.
Come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I'm meek and lowly of heart. You should find rest for your soul. You know how everybody was able to go to their own house? The person that ruled over them was dead. And you got to put the rest together. They were told for every one of them to return their own house in shalom. To go in shalom, not crying and weeping. Go to your house in peace. Because you ain't got no master. Ain't that right, Bishop? That's in the song. Because I ain't got no master. These have no master. So every one of them can turn their house in shalom. All right. All right. Y'all take how y'all want to take it. I just put it on the table. You ain't got to eat it. But he just told them they can return. I didn't hear him tell them to go try to see if they can find another one. Go and apply right quick and fold, you know what I'm saying, and go down to Kelly Services. He told them to go home in shalom because you ain't got no master. I got to study that one. Probably ISO and EXO the text. Let's jump back over at the fifth, finish that fifth chapter book of Ukanon. I'll get y'all out. Maybe who will win here, let her finish this up. I know I throw y'all so much. What y'all gonna find y'all a pastor? Get y'all somebody. Teach yourself. You got to. You have no need that no man should teach you. This is 539. Listen to the book.
Search the scriptures.
For what reason?
In them you think you have eternal Kai.
Did we just go through the scriptures? Yes, sir. And I taught that was Pastor Smith. And they are they which do what?
Testify of me.
They told you, he was talking about himself. It told you when the Malak of Yasharon and the Malak of Yehuda came together, all they were looking at, we say her being still. And this belongs to us. We need to take it. We need to take it. That's amazing. They sat there and the Malak of Yasharon, he abided for 3 years and wasn't no war. You know what Moshe told about Yehuda? So he was a man of war. He can't help but to say, even with Daud couldn't take it. And then and here go the meekest men you're going to find. They love some war. That's amazing. Sit here and listen, they sat here and hadn't fought nobody. He like, for 3 years? I just don't feel right. They never taught us stuff like that. They told the man passing out soda crackers and drinks and waters on the side of the spreadway. The man right here looking at him, he was trying to, all he want to do is take what belonged to him. Yeah, Jesus was a lemonade stand. Anything to try to make your mind mess up. Listen to the book.
And ye will not come to me that ye might have Kai.
Listen.
I receive not honor from Anashim.
Why?
But I know you,
What happened?
that ye have not the love of Alahym in you.
Tell them why, son.
I am come in my Abba name,
Yeah.
and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive.
What you want me to do?
How can ye believe, which receive honor one of another?
And
Seek not the honor that cometh from Alahym only.
that's what Yahuwah was trying to do. Yahushua was doing. It came down, we found on 2 occasions, he told them, this is my beloved being, hear ye him. Already let you hear that, he tried to show you. I wasn't trying to get no honor from these people, he tried to tell you that. Even the law came along your law, it told you, he said, not even, not without honor, except well, own country, his own region, his own town. So he already looked at. I'm not trying to get, he was taught that. He was already told us, he already looked at. Don't think that you're going to come here and work and these people are going to give you what belongs to you. But he looked at, you sit around and you honor and respect people that get honor one from another. All them hypocrites. People who you honor and they all hypocrites. He said, why you ain't trying to get the honor that come from Alahym only? Nobody got that. Nobody got that. The book asked us in the book of Abarim, say at any time, when did he ever tell one of them when he begot the Malachite that you are my beloved being? He said, I never said that to him. You're going to be lying. I told they were Beni. I never told they were no Ben. I told they were Beni. That's a difference. My beloved Ben and Huma, I never told him that. I don't know where you could have got that confusion from. He said the honor he got, it come from Alahym, and he gave it to me. Listen.
Do not think that I will accuse you to the Abba.
Yeah.
There is one that accuseth you, even Musha,
And whom?
ye trust.
That don't mean he let you believe Musa. That's what's gonna send a lot of people down to Sheol. Ben Hanam. Bunch of them going down there. You know why? Even especially Hebrews are like, they don't take no New Testament. All over. Musa. A lot of them on, it's just Musa. We agree that the New Testament ain't called been tampered with. Even the old one been tampered with. But they all got their little picks and choose, like he told them. He let them trust Musa. You yet to find any of them going to condemn Musa, they're going to condemn themselves. And he got them right there. He said, don't think I'm going to be the one to accuse you. There's another one in whom you trust. Musa, in whom you trust. What happened, son?
For had ye believed Musha,
What you would have did?
ye would have believed me.
Tell him why, son.
For he wrote of me.
So when the man was trying to find out about what is his name and what is his bed name, you could tell me. He told her, Yahusha. It was Yahuwah's salvation. He showed exactly what we need to know and what we need to do. When we go through and we read our law, it testifies to everything he done. We go through and we learn a lot of other acts that we didn't know. The book told us he was all point tempted just like us. What you think you're going to do when you got this on? It's nature to want to lie. It's nature to want to do something wrong, go contrary. You got on flesh. Don't sit around and lie to yourself, people. That's just nature. A natural course of a thing. That's just nature. If it go untilled, unkept, uncut, it's going to grow out of control. He tried to show them when he put the ish in the garden. In the gun. He said, listen, it can't control itself. You got to have a man. These folks are thinking they can lead themselves. They're an idiot. No more than that, the gun could have kept itself. He needed a man now. Somebody can go through and know when to cut it. He knew exactly what he do. Listen, the man had enough sense to know when to prune and when to cut something down. All right. A lot of these people don't know that, they'll do that. That's how important it is why you need me up here. I know when I need to kill someone, I need to cut it. Yeah. I remember old people, y'all don't know, y'all young folk, y'all don't know. Listen, old folk have a whip the grass. They were whipping. How many of y'all remember stuff like that? Listen, I see them, they have a switch, they'll walk through that grass, he'd be like, they say I'm whipping weeds. You like, listen, old people would, listen, they wouldn't spray. They take a switch and whip the grass. They say I'm whipping the weeds. They'll whip the grass to get the weeds out of it. You know what Yahuwah told him? Whom he loved. Get what he do? And scourge every son, every being he received. They whip, because you know they learn, if you whip the grass, you get the weeds out of it. He told you, withhold not correction from a child. If you beat him with a rod, he shall not die. You shall deliver his soul from hell. You know what you do? You take that and you whip that grass and you get them weeds out their heart. That's only he let me see old people whip grass. That's why I understand it. Because I won't understand no other way. I was trying to figure out, so you whip the grass anyway, that's how you get the weeds out your yard. You got to whip the grass. Listen, they walk through the yard. You never seen that behavior. It's amazing. You ever seen it? It's amazing. You'll watch. How many of y'all never seen that? Listen, them folk keep time. Listen, walk through the whole yard whipping the grass. You sit there thinking, man, you be laughing yourself. You like, but that's just stupid, dumb. But you don't tell them because old people take that switch and be slapped across your face. They be like, I see some weed right there in your mouth. Scut it off. Your mouth be kept real good and cut off. But you know, just to give them enough sense to know about whipping grass to get weeds out of it. The purpose of whipping a child is to get the food. He said food is bound well. He said, but their rod of correction to drive it from them, though. Look at whipping grass to get weeds out of it. So you look at when you getting chasing because he's trying to get the stuff out your heart. So all that stuff we learned that. A lot of stuff we sat back and you didn't. Let me tell you something. A lot of stuff I learned from growing up in the country. A lot of stuff. You won't catch in this city. It's fair way people think they got. These city folks just the dumb they want to be. They think they're smart. I was just the dumb they want. I was looking at that thing on the news coming here from California. They was in that swimming pool, had a night time. I mixed them chemicals together. Dumb bastard done put too much. 34 of them sick. None of them died. None over chemicalized the pool. None of them died in that thing. Had to rush into the hospital. I said, that's California. Using that done jeans and looking at them little lines on that tube and them put too much. We don't need no tube. I can eye this thing. Done kill everybody in the pool. City people. Man, we had bear water. We can get in. We ain't catch nothing. Right. All up bathing in the same foot tub and keep going. Man, we done got some country folk, put some well water together, all y'all to swim, nobody caught nothing. When you start catching them city people move down here. Water was clean, you could drink pool, where you be swimming, and you got to spit out something you think, but you like, I did need that little bit of water. How many of y'all do that, drink that, try to act like you try to spit it out? That thing, once that thing go down here, that water ain't coming out. That pool water ain't kill nobody. I'm peeing that water. You pee, you just feel that warm stuff. You try to go on, turn around, try to catch. How many of y'all don't pee in the pool? I'm going to take a name. Man, don't think, you don't pee. You don't been in that pool. I had folks tell us, I never pee. You was a lie. Everybody pee in the pool. Man, you get it, and then it be warm too, and you gonna feel it, but you better move for somebody to catch you. You gotta let me just move, move through the wall. You like, let me keep moving. You don't want to sit still. You feel that thing, but that you like, I better keep moving. It's only for, hold on. Some of y'all laugh like you just peed in there. They probably been the old man. But that new man got to go in that bathroom too far. Just move real quick. It's all that old stuff, man, we done. But you know what's amazing? That chlorine is designed and in the water because of people that's not going to do what they're supposed to do. Like, and you know the sad part? A bathroom will be right there. But because of lazy, you in there, you're having fun, and got your body, you acclimated, whatever you just don't get, you just pee out of lazy. That chlorine designed for people like that. That chlorine designed is somebody that ain't got some up to a certain level to kill out different bacteria and different stuff that people have and shouldn't be in the water, but they're in there anyway. That's how Yahuwah work with the Ruach. He put it in because it's some people that's not going to do what they're supposed to do. They're not going to go to the appropriate places. You got me? But he give us something to be able to keep you that you don't wind up catching with other people. Think about it. If you pee in the pool, everybody else pee in the pool. Yet he put something in the water, make up a chemical that put in the water that can still keep you from catching what other people have done. Got something to catch everybody's mistake. That's what the Ruach set up for us to do. See that? Only he let you get in the pool and pee in the water and don't let the water turn the color everybody pee. Because I put something in here to make sure all of it don't get contaminated. I got somebody in that water doing what they're supposed to do. What you think the purpose of you sitting there peeing in the pool and somebody getting out the pool, somebody doing this? He put a protection barrier there to be able to withstand up to a certain point. That's why the book told you don't be overly wicked. If too many of us here pee here, why are we going to die before time? Okay, they'll tell you the truth. They're telling the truth. That's how important it is for every one of you. Now you got to act just like that pool. You got to get a protection barrier in you because people that you're around and people you don't want to associate yourself with are going to have some contaminants on it. And you're going to need something to build up your immune system to be able to keep you from falling. The book said, now to him that's able to keep you from and present you faultless. Then you're going to have to learn how to set the chemical level. That's why we come through to look at the book so we can try to set this chemical level. Because we got to be prepared. But they already know people going to pee. They know that bathroom sitting right here. You got to do is touch the step and pee on there. Somebody ain't going. I want to pee over him. I don't feel like going on there. So you got to put something there to be able to keep us. You know these people out here ain't designed to do what they supposed to do because he told you what these people know. The things of the East. But the things of Alahym, they don't even know it. They ain't even trying to learn it. Because it's of the Ruach discerning. People don't want to be disciplined by the Ruach. People don't want them to keep them. People want to be free to rule themselves. Don't realize when you're ruling yourself, you're a servant of sin. That's why we're here. Y'all fight it, but you need to get yourself right. You need to wake yourselves up and get yourself set. You leaving here. Everyone you die, every day you leaving here. It's just a matter of time for that man call you out from here. And when he call you, you got to be right. You ain't going to make no reservation on no sick bed. You ain't going to make no reservation when you dead. You got to do it now while you're living. You got to get out yourself. You got to get over your hang up. You got to get all this other junk you got going. Stop trying to make everything your relationship to quit or your kids to quit or your marriage to quit or your job to quit. About that, you got to save yourself. Everybody going through something. Everybody. Can't wear it on your face. It's just life. I look at it, I tell you, suck it up. It's life. Suck it up. Sit here and let that one thing, don't you know something else coming right behind that? That's just like EU. After a while, man, you gotta be able to stand. Somebody just ran here and said, this is your son and your daughter. They was in there eating, they were feasting. And they went to the other son's house, and then the house done came and fell down and killed them. And I escaped just to come and tell you. That man had to sell himself. No soon as he heard that, another one coming right in. I tell the child then just fell in and took all your camel. No, so you gotta say, he said, whoa, I'm undone. Now I got to stand now. This way, everything I've been hearing, this is when it come into play, and I got to stand now. This ain't no time to think when something happen. What I've been hearing, what I've been believing all this time. Man, y'all a sad sack of crap. Then when you got to stand, when everything against you, when look like everything come tumbling down, this when you got to hold of what you know. Y'all waiting for everything to be right and stand on something? After you accomplish something, you go, I can do all things through the Messiah. No, you say that when it look like you can't do it.
That's right.
And you believe it.
Yeah.
That book said, whom not seen yet love it, and you rejoice with joy and sweet and full of glory.
That's right.
Y'all say here, man, y'all kill me, man. Y'all just sad people. I hope don't nothing happen to you. You're going to be there. Toenail break you out of him. Anything happen. Car squeak one time. We going to hell. You going to hell ain't got nothing to do with that car. You going to hell because you ain't believe. You going to hell, you ain't obey no car, got nothing to do with my salvation. That's an automobile. Don't tie my salvation no car. Y'all retarded. I've been tying my salvation to no house. That brick and mortar. I'm talking about this mortar, about this in the house I got to have the most concern about. The rest of it, I'm just there for a little bit. I'm just renting it. I pay rent. I ain't paid it off. I'm paying rent. I asked somebody, I said, don't say that. No, you don't say that. You say mortgage. I said, man, it's rent. I'm renting for them crackers. I get the paperwork. And they mess up sending the mail, I ain't sending it back. I'll take that thing right down and record it, and then I'm going to sit in the front yard with a shotgun and hold it down. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's make sure we get it right. That's good.